Welcome back to the channel, back to 2d6 Dungeon, and we're still here on level 8, the Monster Maze. 2d6 Dungeon was created by Toby Lancaster. His link is in the description. I went shopping, went back to town, and we got back to full health. I did make the mistake in the last episode where I called on the favor of a god during the fight, and then when I was editing I realized that it's limited to only once per dungeon floor, so I wasn't supposed to be able to call on him last session, which means I would have died. But as for comments, I only got one before recording this one, and I said just roll with it, keep on going. So here I am, continuing on, because the other option is to start over with a new character. I created some icons now. The poison resist amulet is now an icon. And then I found these rune stones on a Google search and I thought they were interesting looking, so I used those for the runes on the weapon. The weapon and rune still has the name in it section there. It's getting kind of small. We can have up to one more rune on our sword. At the moment we have 4 of them. Shroud's Curse is the swap dice rune. Moore's Aura is plus 1 HP. And then we got the Vortex Influx rune added when I was at the town this last time, which gives us a plus 6 damage on 1 attack or combat. And then the Kirby's Balance rune is giving Ferocious Strike a plus 1, which is already factored into the number over there. That kind of frees up our legend status tracker. We can see that again. So where we left off, we didn't fill the hole back in. But we had an archway exit here. And we have most of the dungeon finished. We see no reason that we won't be finding these steps down this session. There's a little hole over here. And we're going to try to go up and around. If we can't go up and around, we'll come back. There was another way out this way. So we will get into the middle section here and find our way down. Beyond this archway, we come into a 1x1 corridor, and then pass into a 1x2 corridor, pass into another 1x2 corridor, and finally pass through into a room that is a ceiling carvings room. Above you are many eyes carved into the ceiling. One in the center is large and seems to swirl. Roll a d6, add your discipline. 7 or below, you feel dizzy and collapse, crushing 1 random potion. Discipline's a 6, so we need to roll 2 or better. We are good to go. We did not fall and crush anything. This room had 2 exits, one really small into nothing, and we pass through this one and enter into another room. This is the eyeball vision room. In the middle of this room is a large flickering illusion of an eyeball. It turns to you and blinks. It telepathically lifts 1 random scroll from your pack and casts it on you. It then disappears. So we have 3 scrolls. So we're going to do a d3. 1 is Fireball, 2 is Sunder, and 3 is Swamp Lung. As Swamp Lung, you're supposed to roll 2d6, similar to maneuvers. If we get the 5-5, it fails, but we do need a double. The eyeball doesn't have a discipline or anything like that, so I don't know how we would shift it, but it's going to try casting the spell at us. And whether it succeeds or fails, the scroll's gone. So here we go. 5-3, so I guess we just lost Swamp Lung, and the eyeball disappears. This room had 2 exits as well. One out into this little area here. But we're going to pass through this way. Enter into a 1x3 corridor. Pass through the archway. Into a 1x4 corridor. This one has 2 exits, but we continue straight. And we come into the next room. This is a sacrifice room. The floor here is scratched with symbols and old books lay open. Candlesticks drip with wax. You search through and find a black feature, which I think that's supposed to say feather. A vial of water and some dried fungi. Roll on the interrupts table, which I did. And there is a makeshift grave here where stones have been stacked on a dead adventurer. The body is ancient and mummified. You search it and find there are some ebony beads and a broken item. And we get to roll on this table. A large crushed beetle. Again, that was on the last crushed victim. I don't need no crushed beetle. The water and fungi, I suppose. I did some changes since I was in town and sold a bunch of things, rearranged things. I bought 3 healing potions and I reorganized my small items here, so it's a little easier for me to find things. Vial of water would go down here, and a dried fungi as well, I suppose. And we have 1 white feather. Let's put the black feather up there and leaving the crushed beetle behind. We'll step over to this archway, pass through, and we pass into a 1x1 room with 2 exits. We continue straight, and we come into the last room here of the set. It has a wooden door. It is a Cyclops study. A figure sits at the desk that is covered in paper. They look up and you see 1 eye. It is a Cyclops. You must fight them. If you survive, in the desk are 2 pouches. Roll pouch 3 and pouch 4 tables. The Cyclops is a magical being elevated from the base rituals of the Infernal Order and gifted the 1 sight beyond sight by Nevizator. Their eyes are taken and a magical eye grows in their place. For maneuvers, they have Brain Slash and Locked Trance. Brain Slash is a 4-2, which is not blocked by any of our stuff. And then Locked Trance is a 6-5, which will be blocked by our leather breastplate, making that a 2d6 -2. But we would still suffer the special attack of Locked -2 shift on the next round. For interrupts, they have Magical Aura on primary 1s, 5s, and 6s, which would be our Savage Glance and Ferocious Strike, and then Float Upwards on secondary 5s and 6s, which is not any of our maneuvers. So Float Upwards doesn't do anything for them. They have 70 hit points, a bunch of XP, 3 shifts, and a Ring of Telekinesis, which we're already wearing 1, so we'll be able to sell this one off. Stop around 1, our turn. We're gonna start with slashing them. We got a 3-3 and 1 shift to change that 3 into a 2 to create a twisting stab for 2d6 plus 7. 11 points of damage. Bring them down to 59 health. Cyclops turn for round 1. They got a 4-3 and they only need 1 shift to change that 3 into a 2, and that would be a Brain Slash for 2d6 plus 7. 14 points of damage. That'll bring us to 86 health. Then we would heal back 1 to 87. Top round 2, our turn. We have a 2-6. 3 shifts to take that 6 down to a 3 to create another twisting stab. 14 points of damage. Bringing him down to 45 health. Cyclops turn for round 2. And he's got a 2-4. 2-4 and 3 shifts cannot get to either of the maneuvers. Needs 1 more shift. Top of round 3, our turn. And we have a 2-5. It only takes 2 shifts to change that 5 into a 3 to create another twisting stab. 17 points of damage. Bringing him down to 28 health. Cyclops turn for round 3 with a 6-2 and only 3 shifts to take that 6-2 and make it a 6-5. Or no, yeah, jeez. 3 shifts, not 3 on a die. 3 shifts to take the 6-2 and make it a 6-5, and that would be a 2d6 -2, 4 points of damage. Bring us 83. We would heal back 1 to 84, and we will suffer -2 shift on our next turn, which you would get a bonus of 1, so just -1. Round 4, our turn. Instead of +1, we are getting a -1. With a 1, 2, and 3 shifts, we can change that 1 into a 2 and the 2 into a 3 to create a twisting stab. 15 points of damage. Bringing them down to 13 health. Cyclops turn for round 4. They have 4 shifts this time. And 2-6. It would take 4 shift just to get. No, it would take would take 5 shift to get lock trance and 6 shift to get to brain slash. So no maneuver for Cyclops this turn. Top of round 5, our turn. We have a 4/4. It take 2 shifts to get to ferocious strike and 3 shifts to get to twisting stab, but the interrupt will make both of them be a 2d6 plus 7, so it don't matter. We'll go with the ferocious strike, 2d6 plus 7. 14 points of damage, which will bring them to dead. That will increase our XP considerably behind this card here. And then in our inventory, we're going to get a ring of telekinesis. We'll put it down there so I know that one's sellable. We can put the Cyclops away. Now we have 2 pouches. I'll go with the pouch 3 table first here. We have an 8. Tied in green twine is a lockpick plus 2, 3 uses. Next to a collection of coins, 2d6 plus 5 gold pieces. 16 gold pieces. There's our gold. And then our lockpick plus 2s. We get 3 more of those. We're 3 more uses anyway. The green twine, we already had some, so let's add to that. And the second pouch is also an 8. Tucked inside the pouch is a lockpick plus 3 uses, and a scroll of melt metal. Alright, let's put the inventory away so you can read the whole sheet. Melt metal scroll. You concentrate on the metal and watch it melt into a soft dripping goop. Instant. It's a metamorph spell. There are no double dispel dice. Sells for 18 gold pieces, and you can destroy 1 lock or interrupt armor. There, we got that down there. And this room is clear now. So we head over to the door and see if it's locked. It's only going to be locked on a 6. So unlock door. We open the door up. Pass on through into a 1x4 corridor. And I lost my person. Pass through an archway there. Enter into another 1x3 corridor. Pass through an archway there. And enter into a room. There are stacks of rocks here which have fallen down from the walls. It's a cluttered, dirty space. You have a quick look but realize there is little to be seen. The interrupt that we rolled is you pause as a translucent image of 4 men holding tight chains magically appears. Between them is a massive earth rock. Each chain is lashed to the beast as they try to control it, but it resists. You feel as if you are there, can smell the sweat, then the image is gone and you are alone. This room has 2 exits. And we will continue this direction. Through the archway here, and we come into another room. This is a stone monument with archway exits, 2 of them. Stones have been stacked on an old statue of Gracchida in the corner here. You pull some aside. You can reincarnate the old statue with a correct offering and please the god, gaining 2 favor points. Let's see what Gracchida wants. Step over there. Stone, rock, earth, sand, coal, forged metal, or a diamond. Let's see. We don't have a diamond. Now the previous room did have a whole bunch of stones scattered all over the place. Could go grab some of those, I suppose, because I don't have anything in the inventory that would work. Grab some stone from over there, and she's got a bunch of stones around her too. So we can even use some of these stones. We can pull the stones down instead of just having them all piled on top of her, and actually set them up as an offering and gain some favor. While I was in town, I had gone to the temple and got rid of a bunch of my inventory that was religious stuff. So I was able to get a bunch of favor points. By doing that with the stones, either from the pile that's around her or from the other room, we can gain favor and reincarnate this statue, getting 2 favor points for Gracchida. Put that back away. And God. We have 2 more exits. We are closing in here. We should, if the room is big enough, fill in this whole area. We'll have the steps. So let's step over to this archway and see what's beyond. It's through the archway into a 1x2 corridor. Pass through that into a small 2x3 room. It is a bat cave. There is a small hole in the wall here. As you look in, you see a cave and a flurry of bats burst free to escape back along the passage. Don't take any damage or anything, so we're fine. We could go straight and connect back up that way, or go this way. We went this way into a 1x3 corridor. And we continue on into a 1x4 corridor that just wraps back to the stinky room. That's the room with the gas in it. So we don't want to go in there. So we come back and went through here into a little 1x2 corridor. And came back to our room we were just at with the statue. Pass through this archway. We get a large room. Larger room than we're used to. It is a 3x8. And this room is, as you see, it got the steps down. This is an old case. There is an old case in the middle of this empty room. It is very sturdy and made of heavy wood. You slide open a drawer and inside find a set of teeth and a set of fangs. And roll on our interrupt table. And we have, under a blanket, there are 3 iron cages serving as a vault or safe. Inside each is a chest. They are locked with a lock +3. For each one you open, roll on chest table 3. If you open all 3, a patrol comes. Roll on the level patrol table. Slide the carpet back and we see our vaults here. We have lots of lockpicks. 3 vaults. We can use our lockpick +3s. The locks are +3. So let's see the first lock, how strong it is. The first lock is a 12. We'll use a lockpick +3 plus precision. And we blow through that one. We get that chest open. And inside it, wrapped in scraps of cloth and carefully placed in the chest, is a piece of armor. Roll on armor 3. Beneath is a squash. Ooh. With the squash, a turnip, and dried meat, we can definitely make a ration. So let's clean that up some. Give us one more ration by using those combined together. And armor table. I got some more metal bracers. Put that here. Let's check the next lock over. It is a lock difficulty of 7, 5 with precision, and 3 lockpick. We're definitely unlocking this one. 10. I didn't update this. So we are down to 4 lockpick +3s now. That box opens up and we get an 8. The chest contains 2 empty potion vials, some Zoomerus leaves, Illos petals, and some cabbage leaves. Illos petals and... oh, we don't have any Zoomerus. And let's see about the last box. Ooh, there's a lock of 15. Let's use one of our +3s. Precision +5, lockpick +3, and 8. Just barely makes it. We open that one up though. We have 9. Some bottles have been smashed in this chest, but 2 have survived. Roll on potion table 2 and 3. Use black die for potion table 2 and red die for potion table 3. And 2, a potion of extra healing. 5, a potion of willpower. We're going to drink the potion of extra healing, get us back to full health, and leave the willpower behind. Extra healing doesn't go beyond your max though, so we'll just go up to max. There's other potions that will let you go beyond. Yeah, we'll leave the willpower behind. And now that we've opened all 3, we get a patrol. That is a 3, a scaled hound. Oh, I forgot. I gotta put the teeth and fangs on here. Now we put that away. Scale hounds are the result of experiments with metamorphic magic. They are lizards and dogs blended and transformed into large, powerful beasts by ruptured symbase. For maneuvers, they have Heavy Barge and Crazed Mulling. Heavy Barge is a 4-1, which will be blocked by our leather breastplate, and Crazed Mulling is 5-5, being blocked by our banded shield, and Shroud's Curse will not change any of our deflections. Interrupts, it has Tough Skin on primary 2s, 4s, and 6s, which will affect our Twisting Stab and our Ferocious Strike, leaving Savage Glance at full damage. 50 hit points and 2 shifts. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Top of round 1, our turn. We're starting with a 3-1. We can use 2 shifts to change that 1 into a 3 and 1 shift to change that 3 into a 2. Actually, we can use 2 shifts to change that 3 into a 5 and 1 shift to change that 1 into a 2 to make a Savage Glance, which will not be affected by the interrupt. So, 13 points of damage. Bringing him down to 37 health. Scale Hound's turn for round 1. He's got a 5-1. That only takes 1 shift to change that 5 to a 4 for a Heavy Barge. And that is a 2d6 minus 2. 2 points of damage. That would bring us to 98, but we would heal back one of those to 99. Top round 2, our turn. And we are at 2-2, and we can use 3 shifts to change that 2 into a 5 for another Savage Glance. 10 points of damage. Bringing him down to 27 health. Scale Hound's turn for round 2. And it's 2-2, 2 shifts. We would need 3 shifts to get a Heavy Barge. So 2-2 is a miss for the Scale Hound on round 2. Top round 3, our turn. We have a 5-6. 5-6, we can take 4 shifts to change that 6 into a 2, and making another Savage Glance. 11 points of damage. Bringing him down to 16 health. Scale Hound's turn for round 3. With a 5-3 and 2 shifts, you can change that 3 into a 5 to create a Crazed Mulling, which is just 3d3. That's a 3. And another 3. And another 3. 9 points of damage. Bringing us to 90 health. We heal back 1 to 91. Round 4, our turn. With a 2-4, we can hit anything. Ferocious Strike and Savage Glance will will deal the same amount of damage because of the interrupt, and the 4 shifts to make a Ferocious Strike. 2d6 plus 7. 18 points of damage. And that will bring him to 0 and dead. We can get another set of fangs from him and 800 experience points. Updated behind the card. And fangs there. We put that away, and we put the hound away. And then we are ready to move down the steps. So that is the end of level 8 here. We can add level 8 to our tracker here. Technicality, may not actually have made it, but there are things that I could have done leading up to the Lizard King battle that would have prevented death as well, such as using paste in each room that I passed through to get some health back. There are ways that I could have survived without calling in favor, but I think for level 9, since I made the mistake of calling favor twice on level 8 here, I think for level 9 I'm going to not call favor at all and see how that goes. After this, I'm gonna get level 9 ready to go and do my resting on the steps and heal a little bit there. And we'll pick up at the starting room of level 9 next week. Until then, have a good night. See you again soon. Bye for now.